The dying embers of sunset painted the Nevada sky in hues of bruised purple and fiery orange. Sarah, alone at the wheel of her beat-up Ford, hummed along to a dusty cassette, the only companion on the desolate stretch of Route 50, known as the Loneliest Highway. The silence outside was broken only by the rhythmic hum of the tires and the occasional sigh of wind whipping through the Joshua trees. The gas gauge dipped towards empty, a familiar prickle of unease settling in Sarah's stomach. The next town, according to the tattered map, was Ely, a good 2 hours away. She pushed the thought aside, cranking the air conditioning to a higher setting. The desert heat, even with the sun sinking, was oppressive. Suddenly, a flicker of movement in the rearview mirror caught her eye. A beat-up pickup truck, a rusted dinosaur from another era, materialized behind her. It stayed back for a while, its headlights like hungry eyes boring into her car. Then, with a growl of its engine, it surged forward, its high beams blinding her momentarily. Panic clawed at her throat. She slammed her foot on the gas, the speedometer needle crawling upwards. But the truck remained relentless, staying on her tail, the gap narrowing with every passing mile. Her heart pounded a frantic rhythm against her ribs. There was nowhere to pull over, just endless miles of scrubland bathed in the eerie twilight. Tears welled up in her eyes. She fought back a sob, forcing herself to focus on the road. A thought, chilling and desperate, flickered through her mind. Was this the reason the highway was called the Loneliest? Had others met a similar fate on this desolate stretch, just as despair threatened to consume her? A flicker of light appeared on the horizon, a single gas station, a beacon of hope in the vast emptiness. Sarah slammed on the brakes, relief flooding her. The truck, caught by surprise, screeched to a halt behind her, a cloud of dust billowing up. She didn't dare wait. Leaping out of the car, she sprinted towards the station, its windows boarded up, a single dim bulb flickering outside. A handwritten sign on the cracked door read, "Closed, emergency only." Ignoring the warning, she flung open the door, praying for help. The interior was dark, the air thick with dust and a faint scent of gasoline. A lone figure sat hunched over a counter, his back to her. "Hello?" Sarah's voice quivered. The figure turned slowly, revealing a weathered face carved with deep lines. His eyes, however, held a disconcerting emptiness. "Car trouble." His voice was a dry rasp. Sarah explained in a breathless rush about the truck, her fear spilling over. The man listened impassively, a chilling smile playing on his lips. "Don't worry, child," he said, his voice dripping with a false sense of security. "They never come in here." A primal fear shot through Sarah. "They?" The man chuckled, a dry, hollow sound. "Just some folks who like the open road a little too much." He reached under the counter, producing a dusty phone. "But you're safe now," he continued, dialing a number. Sarah's blood ran cold. The smile on the man's face, the way he spoke of them, it all felt wrong. As the phone rang, a low rumble echoed from outside, getting closer. Sarah turned her head towards the boarded-up windows, a horrifying presentiment settling over her. The line crackled to life. "Yeah," the man spoke, his voice devoid of warmth. "We got ourselves a live one." Sarah didn't wait to hear more. With a scream ripping through the dry air, she lunged for the exit. She tore back to her car, ignoring the shouts from inside the gas station. The truck's headlights were upon her as she scrambled behind the wheel. She fumbled with the keys, the engine finally roaring to life, just as the pickup screeched to a halt beside her. The silence stretched, thick and suffocating. Then, a blood-curdling laugh pierced the night. Sarah slammed the car into gear, tires screeching as she shot forward. In the rearview mirror, she saw figures emerging from the truck, shrouded in darkness. Their laughter echoed in her ears, a chilling symphony of madness as she disappeared into the vast, unforgiving desert night.